Lesson number one, life is hard, but so is falling on your ass. So get up, dust yourself off, try again. And here's the thing, at least you have a good story to tell. And if it keeps happening again, put a helmet on the next time around. Lesson two that I've learned, I'm naturally pretty regardless of how others feel. Confidence is honestly the ultimate accessory, but a little mascara never hurts. So if you are ever feeling down about yourself, look in the mirror and realize that you are really, really beautiful. Super gorgeous. So hold your head up high and realize that you are a stunner. Another lesson is that if I don't have something that is perfect and exactly how I envisioned it, I tend to scrap it and just start all over. As I'm doing this video, I kind of want to start this video over right now, but I'm just keeping it going, and I'm just going to believe that this video is going to turn out exactly as I semi-envisioned. Perfectionism is something that I get really paralyzed over, but sometimes I just have to believe that good enough is quite literally good enough. So we're just going to hope that this works itself through and it's perfect enough. Lesson number 4, I'm ambitious, but lazier than a mother. The struggle is crazy real. And I know that the rewards are worth it. But I swear, Netflix and chill is like my cardio. But not in that way. You little nasty. Lesson number 5, not everything is meant for me. And thank God for that. And that's okay, because sometimes no is a complete sentence. Because some things are just a hot mess, like my hair. Lesson number 6 is be open to compliments. They're free. And I feel like this one was a really hard one for me to learn, because you have to embrace your inner badass and own your accomplishments. And sometimes it's really difficult to do, especially when you're insecure. But, that's a hard lesson to learn. You've got those good looks, that amazing charm that you have, and also that fat ass and them jeans, girl. You know what I'm talking about. Plus, the more compliments that you get, the more, your day is made. And to be honest with you, I could top up on some of this lip oil. So let's do that. Looking good, girl. I know that's right. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, unless you're fertilizing it with, self-love and gratitude. And in that case, you might as well just stick to your own little garden. Maybe little, but it's better than nothing. Lesson number 8 is that comparison is truly the thief of joy. You know how long I wanted to start a YouTube channel? For forever. How old is YouTube? Like 20 years old now at this point? Came out when I was in high school. Like 33 lessons learned is how old I am. I'm 33. Like, let that sink in for a second. Okay? Yeah. So focus on your own journey and not someone else's highlight reel. Yeah. But hey, sometimes a little healthy competition doesn't hurt anybody, but don't let everybody else's thing and what they're doing get in the way of what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. Please don't be like me. That's all I'm saying. Lesson number 9 is, yes, I am standing inside of my pantry because new vantage point, new scene. But the point is that I'm the only person who has allowed myself to miss out on new opportunities. And so it is about saying yes to things. So fear of missing out, or FOMO, is real, but so is the fear of regret. So I guess the lesson is like learning to say yes is like saying yes to a new flavor of ice cream. You never know what you're going to get. Kind of like, Forrest Gump with his box of chocolates. So you might just discover something new about yourself. and about like your new favorite flavor of ice cream. Lesson number 10 is that I struggle with showing up for myself. There's the cliche is that self-care isn't selfish, and I'm quite aware of that. But I also know that it's also an essential part of life to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I know that for myself, I am working on that. So one of the ways I am doing that is by, one bubble bath, one introspective journal entry, and one face mask at a time. It's a slow journey, but it is a way to get that self care in. But it is imperative to just take care of yourself every once in a while, because who else is? Lesson 11 is that I've allowed others to dictate my worth. And until I was able to see what value I brought and who I was, they were always going to be able to have that power over me. And I just want to kind of put this reminder in your ear that your worth is not determined by someone else's opinion. Knowing your worth is priceless. So just let that be something that you know, but reminding others of it, that is some pure satisfaction. So if you don't know what that is now, just remind yourself of it, and then remind others of it as well. It's like going to be your pièce de résistance. Lesson number 12. I am a natural born leader. And I really and truly do mean that, even though I am lazy. And that's because I fall into the trap of wanting to be a follower for the sake of disconnection. And that's because, to be honest, I just want to find this like balance between being a leader and being a potato. So I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but lesson number 13, I'm incredibly resilient. I have fallen down so many times at this point. I'm surprised that I have been able to get back up. I have bent and I have not broken. And it can be a struggle to pick myself up. But girly pop, I have done that. But let's be real, there are times where I don't know how to pick myself up, like dieting on the weekends. That's impossible. But you know what? For the most part, I do keep getting back up, and I think I'm pretty skilled in that regard. Lesson 14: if you're honest about everything, it's difficult for any. Wait. If you're honest about everything, it's difficult for anyone to hurt you with anything. Authenticity builds genuine connection. I have a hard time remembering things, so I have a script. Okay? So it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I've got. Fight me. Lesson number 15: it's okay to change your mind, to change your path, and to pivot. Life is a dance floor, not a prison cell. So feel free to bust a move in any direction. And to be honest with you, the dances that are currently on like TikTok and all that stuff, feel free to do any of those because I certainly can't do them. I like to watch, but I can't do them. Do you know that South African dance that they've been doing recently? The one with like the soccer one? Yeah, that one's been my favorite, even though that's like kind of old now. That one's still my favorite. Yeah, I'm busting a move in all the directions in my head to that one. I want to come on here really quickly because this is about to be like part 2 of the 33 lessons learned. So this is day 2 of me filming this, and I'm not having like the greatest of mornings. So I think I just wanted to say, like, if you've gotten halfway through this, congrats, because it's about to turn into quite a different lesson. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I decided not to put on any makeup or anything. So this is kind of going back to one of the lessons that we just went through. I'm going to put the lesson right here, of just having a lot of confidence. So yeah, my cheeks kind of hurt. I don't know why, because I didn't have the greatest morning, but we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to continue on with these lessons. And I hope that you have a really good day, and I hope that you like the rest of these. We're going to go into lesson number 16, but you can learn anything that you want And let me just say this, but even though you can learn anything that you want, I just want to say this right now. I don't know how to fold a fitted sheet. So maybe not that, because that crap is witchcraft. So if you know how to fold a fitted sheet, please teach me, because no matter how many times I have tried to actively learn how to fold one of those things, me and doing this will be best friends. And that's on period. Lesson number 17 is that you will fail more than you will succeed, but you will succeed only if you are able and willing to fail. And take it from someone who has fails more times than she can count. At some point in time, I will succeed. And I have succeeded in things in the past, but it has taken many times of failure. And here's the thing, failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. You have to legitimately embrace failure in order to succeed. And so every failure is an opportunity to quite legitimately grow. It's like when you're watching a baby continuously fall when they're trying to learn how to walk, right? If you want to learn how to go from crawling to walking, you got to keep failing. Lesson 18, giving the bare minimum to anything will get you the bare minimum in return, except in the case of work. You reap what you sow, invest in yourself and your relationships. Again, in the case of work, listen, they've got to give you a raise. What they give you is the kind of work that they get. Do not give more in the workplace than what they are paying you. Go home, Roger. Go home. Lesson number 19. When in doubt, don't doubt yourself. Trust your instincts, trust your gut, especially when it comes to that man you're not supposed to be dating. Take it from me. Find the things that make you light up and do more of those. For me, I love going to theme parks and traveling and eating food. But at this point, I can't really show you doing any of those things, but I can show you some pictures. Those are my favorite things. And I actually run a website on doing all of that. I can put that in the description box below. So yeah, those are the things that make me happy. What about you? Put those in the comment box below. I'd love to hear about it. Lesson 21. Remind yourself that your track record for getting through your worst days is perfect. Like today is a really bad day for me. But I've gotten through 100% of every day of those bad days perfectly. So just got to remind myself, Alex, you've gotten through this before and you can get through it again. One step in front of the other, you'll be fine. Lesson 22. Everything you do matters. So make it count, even wearing matching socks or putting on the perfect bra or wearing your hair the way that you want it to. Because everything that you do should matter. And it matters to you and it can matter to the next person. But it matters. Lesson 33 is stop trying to change people who don't want to be changed. And I feel like that's a really hard one to learn because sometimes you just really want certain people in your life, but you kind of got to let certain people in your life go. Okay, so to be honest with you, is Eric Northman. I will be the Sookie to Eric Northman. This is a particular lesson that I feel like it took me a while to learn. So this is lesson number 24, that you should love yourself first. But if someone else happens to love you and see you before you're able to see yourself first, allow them to do so. Self-love is a journey, not necessarily a destination. External validation can be really helpful. And it's okay if someone else sees you before you see yourself. There's always that thing where people say that you can't get into a relationship with someone unless you love yourself first. And I don't necessarily feel like that's always true. Yes, you should love certain aspects of yourself. Absolutely. I do definitely agree with that, because people can take advantage of certain parts of who you are if you don't love who you are in before you get into like relationships, because there can be abuse, there can be specific things that people take advantage of. But I think that loving yourself can take a really long time. And if someone sees you purely as you, like who you are, allow them and let them genuinely love you, because that can help you to heal yourself. And this is probably going to be the longest part of the lessons, because I feel like this one's so important. Because if I had allowed a specific person to just let them love me, I think that I would have had a different trajectory in life. So just let them love you. Lesson 25, you can either be the hero or the villain in your own life story. So choose wisely. You have to take responsibility for your own actions and create a narrative that you're proud of. And honestly, like, you have to stop blaming other people for the things that happen in your life, especially if you're the reason behind it. And I promise you, there are certain things that you're going to want to blame other people for. Take it from me. Lesson number, actually, what number is this actually? Number 26. It is absolutely okay to walk away from friendships that no longer serve you, or those friendships don't make you a priority. In 2020, I walked away from plenty of friendships where I felt like I was not a priority. And I understand that we were in the middle of a panini, but guess what? I was reaching out to people who were not reaching out to me at all. 2020, 2021, I was keeping a mental repository of people who were not linking up with me at all. And I said, oh, okay, bet, elimination, goodbye. Do the same for those people in your life. Do not let those people stick around, because they do not care about you. Okay, Boogie, leave them. Kick them to the curb. Okay. All right. So speaking on people that you have had to let go, number 27 is, if it no longer brings me joy, I will Marie Kondo that. Goodbye. Clothes, shoes. See you later, alligator. Went to the wild crocodile. Hasta la vista. TBH, this is my mom's closet, so my bad. Let me just put this back. Number 28 is, a relationship is meant for you to thrive, not to survive. I was in a relationship for 8 years, and half the time I felt like I was surviving rather than thriving. And is the reason why I am now down in Florida living with my mom, because that ended real bad. But here's the thing, if it feels like it's a survival reality TV show, it's time to vote yourself off the island. And that's what I had to do. So some things you just have to nix, really and truly. So it's okay when you have to let something go. Number 29 is actually probably my favorite, because this is coming from my friend Paola. I really love this lesson because she has helped me along with this one especially. So this one is, if they ain't helping me grow, they gots to go. Yeah. And that's all, period. I feel like that's a straightforward quote from my girl, and it's a good lesson to know. Lesson number 30 is, nothing is fair in this life. So stop trying to live for others, and laugh loudly and unapologetically. And let's be for real. Do you know that you only have 30 minutes, girl? Life's too short to be a background character. Do not allow anyone to dull your shine and who you are. You are you. I have allowed a lot of other people to tell me who I am and what I should be and how loud I should laugh. We're not doing that anymore. Be you, be who you are. Because how much time do we have? Exactly. Lesson number 31 is that sacrifice is mandatory for anything or anyone that you love. Love is like a plant. It needs constant nurturing, even if it means cutting out your favorite Netflix show. And right now I'm currently watching Vikings Valhalla. So that, as of right now, and also the Great British Bake Off, which I should have finished by now, but I haven't. Lesson number 32. I would have put this one last, but tell the people around you that you love them before it's too late. And spread the love like confetti. I mean, those are grass blades, but you never know whose day you might end up brightening. And you really don't want there to be an opportunity that you end up missing. So call that person, let them know that you love them. And one last message from my messy room to you. Take care of yourself. Go to your bed on time. Drink your damn water. Go to the gym. Your older self will thank you. I promise. I promise. The things that you know now as your younger self will carry you into your older age. Your joints at 30, I promise you, they will start to ache. You think that that's a joke that all of us over the age of 30 are joking about? We're not. Start taking care of your body in your 20s. Please. Plus, you do not want to get evicted out of that semi-functional apartment that you are currently living in. So a couple of things of what I want to change in 2025 is I want to change how I view myself. In the lessons, I talked about confidence. I talked about how I feel like I know that I am naturally pretty. So I'm not worried about that, but I still want to change how I view myself, because every day you have to put a step in front of the other, because every day there's going to be a new challenge. So I just want to remind myself, and every day I want to just remember how I view myself is important. So that's number one. I also want to enjoy my life. My problem is that I never take the time to smell the roses and just live. And I want to do more of that in my everyday. So that's number two. I also want to stop getting in my way and just do, which is the lesson of not saying yes and like always basically like blocking opportunities. So that's definitely a thing that I want to do more of in 2025. Also, this one's kind of really, really personal, but I did want to put this one out there, but I've already lost out on the love of my life. So whatever beautiful opportunities arise in the year of 2025, I want to grab hold of it tight and just do well with it. That's coupling in with number three there, whether that's a relationship or anything like that. Kind of making that, a priority for myself. And then the last one is that I'm just going to believe that everything is going to finally work itself out for me in the next year, once and for all. It's just been a really, really hard year. The last like 18 months, honestly. So 2025, it's just got to be a good year, and I'm just going to believe that it is. I'm also going to be bingo card because I heard about this on TikTok. I've already done like the first piece, but I think I'm going to do two more pieces, and I think I'm going to record it. So yeah, stay tuned for that too. So those are my lessons for over 33 years worth of lessons. And I have way more than that, which is why the book had 33 lessons learned and counting, which, at this point, I'm not going to go more than 33 lessons. It's just way too many. But in the year 2025, I am going to be running through a 6-month journey to kind of just get my life on track. There are a lot of things that have kind of gone wayward for me, and I would really like to change my life for the better. Figured that since 2025 is kind of a year where I feel like my life is going to change, and I want it to change and I need it to change, I'm going to make that happen. So yeah, I'm probably going to do an update every 2 weeks. I hope that you stick around, and bye guys.